So I know for the last few years, let's take it back to 2010. They say that we've been in one time cycle since 2008 till last year, 2016. So from 2008 to 2016, we had a particular time cycle, right? Depending on your frame of mind and reference. So if we say, let's look back 5, 6, 7 years ago to 2010, and we look till now, I'm sure most of you out there, if not all of you, have either felt like your life has been controlling you, or you have been such in control that you have become imbalanced, you have become egotistic, or you are so in control that you control other people's lives and too many dynamics. And what 2017 is going to bring to us now, this is the number 1 year, so we're starting a new 9-year time cycle from 2017 to 2025, those years included. You're gonna have a rebirth. It's gonna be an exciting rebirth if you are conscious about it. If you're not, well, ultimately it could take you under, because this is a new chapter in your life. This is a new time cycle. So if you ever recognized New Year's, this is the great new year. This is a number 1 new year, 2017. So you're going to find that 2017 is going to want to balance things out. Balance our egos, balance the ethers, balance the matrix. That balance, I would say, is in accordance with the universe as we continue to shift. And so if you have been down on the scale, you've been in a dead-end job, dead-end career, not that it's actually bad on paper, but you're not fulfilled, you're not feeling abundant, or if you've had a situation whereby you felt you were not in control and you were obliged, blah, 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 you know the story. Or on the other hand, sorry, let me finish off with that. So if you are on the bottom of the scale, feeling hard done by basically, you are going to have a breath of fresh air this year. And, while that's not guaranteed, the only way to guarantee it is to be conscious of that change. Whatever that change may be, it could be in your family, it could be in your career, it could be in your physicality even, your looks. You could decide to switch it up, go on a regime of some sort, switch up your diet, whatever the case may be. This is an exciting year. I wouldn't put this out there if I didn't know this. I feel it already. I have been feeling it for the last month, even in 2016 as we were on the cusp of 2017. So be conscious. That's the only thing you can be. Doesn't mean that you have to be perfect and you have to get this and get that and earn this and have your happiness. You don't know what happiness is until you feel it, by the way. That's why you always have hopes and expectations, and when you fulfill those hopes and expectations, it's not what you thought. You do not know happiness until you feel it. So if you do want to have that feeling of happiness, that feeling of contentment, you need to be in the moment, in the present, because only your present is guaranteed. And it's only your present that defines the future. Every future is the present. Every present is the future. There's no separation between the two because they're intrinsically linked. Because we literally are right now, aren't we? We are not yesterday, we are not tomorrow, we are today. Right now. So that's what you have to be conscious of. Be conscious in the moment. Be conscious about yourself. Be conscious about what it is you want to do. What it is you love. What, gets your vibrations up. And then on the other hand, what is it that you should give up? What is it that you want to give up? I talked about the bottom of the scale. Let me talk about the top. So the top now, you've been doing well since 2010. Everything is made for. Everything is paid for. Everything is settled, swift, nice. But in the meantime, you have become over-consumed in your physicality, on the surface, on the things that you take for granted every day, such as your nice car, such as your nice house, such as your beautiful, lovely family, your career, Everything is going well. You've been promoted several times already, and you're going up the ladder. One day you'll be the CEO, and you can achieve that. And this is not to say, by the way, that it's bad to be at the top of the scale. But what you want to do in both situations, be it the bottom or the top, you want to balance yourself. And if you do not balance yourself, the universe will do it for you, particularly where your ego is concerned. And that is because there is no such ego ultimately. They say there are several billion people on earth right now. So as I'm speaking, there are several billion other egos. No, sorry, mine not included. Several billion other egos. So how am I, as one ego, Eddie, here in the UK, how am I meant to believe for 1 second that the universe should bow down to me? That everything should go my way? That everyone and everything should adhere to my will? That doesn't happen in reality. And if that has been happening in your reality for too long and you're not conscious, you're going to have a humbling awakening this year. Now, you may see that as bad, but it's not. It's a great thing, because you need to be balanced with the universe so that you are in tune with your brothers and sisters, the several billion others and many other things, animate and inanimate. So just know that if you want to have a nice ride on this wave called 2017, and you want to prosper, you want to be abundant, remember, we're not talking fiat money here, we're talking much more. The paper you can cut, the paper you can burn, but your happiness you cannot. Your happiness is an inner flame that cannot be lit out by anything and anyone but yourself. So you can fan that light right now as the year begins, as we are slowly starting to roll on this wave. You can start fanning that flame, but it takes your perspective to do that. It takes your consciousness of every present moment. They talk about consciousness, and I overuse the word, I'm sure, and everybody else too. But think about the concept, consciousness, conscious, you're aware. What is being aware? What awareness? Aware of what? The answer is now. There's no other awareness. The only awareness is now. Even if you rewind this video and play it again, you're going to be listening to it now. It's going to be present, live. There's no such thing as before and after, really, if you're really thinking that deep. So, and by the way, just to put out there randomly, I cannot watch sports games that are not live. I don't know what it is. If anybody else is out there that's like that, I'd love to know. Because me, I cannot watch sports games. Whatever the case may be, I cannot watch it with my full attention if I know it's already been done and dusted. Even if I don't know the result, That's just me anyway. I thought I'd put that out there. So yeah, this year, balance yourself. Otherwise, the universe will balance it for you. And what they say is that if you do not change yourself, you'll be forced to change. By who? The universe. All of us. So you at the top of the scale, who has become so consumed in the physical nature of things and so imbalanced that your inner self is not progressing as your outer self is, you're going to be forced to focus on the inner self so that you can bring the inner self to match with the outer self. That's basically the game. You need to match your inner self and outer self. They say that everything starts from within and projects out, yes. But if you find that you're focusing on the out and not the in, you will be imbalanced. Again, if you focus too much on the in and not the out, what will you be? Poor. So nobody wants you to be poor. Eddie doesn't want you to be poor. I want you to be abundant. And being abundant is being balanced. Having that discipline. That freedom that you can only achieve through discipline. And for any of you who have considered freedom, you will consider discipline if you are talking about sincere freedom. Not false liberation, but actually freedom. So that's my take on 2017. Definitely you'll be in for a ride. You can make it a great ride, you can make it a bad ride, but it's all down to you at the end of the day, as it always is. But particularly now, because this year will be the foundation for the next few years to come. and probably the whole cycle. So if you are in a situation where you are not happy with your life, you know you can make it happy. But it's you. The hard work is you. You have to make it so. Nobody and nothing can. It's all within you. Those, on the other hand, who have been imbalanced to not focus on their inside self and be controlling, be egotistic, and just, imbalanced. You, if you're not conscious about changing yourself, will be forced to change so that the universe will be balanced. That's why it says in the book, the Bible, that the low shall become high, the high shall become low. It's talking about this balance that's needed in the universe. So if you're on the top of the scale, extremely so, and you're not conscious, you're going to come down and you're not going to like the fall. Meanwhile, your brothers and sisters who are down there of the scale, they are going to rise simply by your fall. That's how it works in the universe. So treat everyone as you'd like to be treated. Love everyone with your heart and soul as you love yourself. If you don't love yourself, you can work on it. But again, it's all down to you. So just enjoy your present moment. Peace.